WRAL is premiering a brand new documentary tonight investigating why children are dying from guns in North Carolina.
Our WRAL documentary team learned there are at least 1.7 million homes in North Carolina with guns. More than half of those homeowners, 840,000, say they have a weapon that is not stored safely. WRAL investigative documentary reporter Cristin Severance produced and hosts the documentary UnSafe, North Carolina Kids Dying from Gun Violence. And she joins us in the studio. Cristin, a very important topic.
It really is. I mean, when you think about this, hundreds of kids have died from guns in North Carolina over the last few years. And as you'll see in tonight's documentary, one senseless shooting death impacts the entire community. We've spent months with the Dockery family in Fayetteville, like when they returned to Riverside Christian Academy, where daughter Genesis went to school.
There's so many memories out here.
8-year-old Genesis was shot last July after getting dropped off at her babysitter's house. The babysitter said she didn't know her 11-year-old son stole a gun from his grandfather's safe and brought it home.
She got shot on July 25th and she passed away on July the 27th. And she was just 4 days, short of her 9th birthday.
Her family, friends, and classmates are struggling with her death. 10-year-old Miguel knew Genesis his entire life.
Yeah, she touched every heart in a generous way and stuff. And I dream about some stuff that I wouldn't want to see sometimes, but it's hard.
Hold on to them. It's a windy day.
They allowed us to do a balloon release for Genesis. Dr. Sines, the principal, his idea was, hey, let's allow them to write a letter, their own little letter. Let's put it in a balloon and release it. This isn't just our loss. Y'all were friends with Genesis. Y'all made memories with Genesis. And that's important. On 3, we're gonna say, we love you, Genesis, and we're gonna let them go, all right? 1, 2, 3. Love you, Genesis.
It's very hard when we do stuff about her. It makes me tear up and then it all just comes out. But I mean, the thing should never happen.
The senseless shooting of Genesis and hundreds of other kids in North Carolina is part of our new WRAL documentary, UnSafe, North Carolina Kids Dying from Gun Violence. 600 kids have died from guns in our state since 2017. We'll show you the bipartisan push to safely store weapons across the state and how many lives are destroyed when a gun gets in the wrong hands.
Genesis Dockery is a reason that safe gun ownership is required, because irresponsible gun ownership leads to events like this.
You know, a big part of this documentary is looking at safe storage and really looking at the numbers and how many lives could be saved by using a safe and keeping your guns and ammunition in different places. And Gerald, that's really the big takeaway here that I hope people take away after watching.
Yeah, people might say that grandfather was being safe by having a safe for that weapon, but as we see here, it still wasn't enough.
Exactly, and we get into this in detail on the documentary, but there was a big issue over that code. You know, it's not just enough to have a safe. You have to change the code that safe comes with, or else someone may be able to figure it out.
Yeah. All right, Cristin, we look forward to the documentary. Thank you.
You bet.
You can watch UnSafe, North Carolina Kids Dying from Gun Violence, tonight at 7:30 right here on WRAL and WRAL.com.